Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today I'm talking tempo benching. Now, what is tempo benching? Tempo bench is just simply you're controlling the variables, the speed at which you move the bar. Usually associated with three numbers. The first would be how fast you're moving downwards with the bar. All right, so that first number will correlate to seconds on that downward path with the bar, the eccentric. All right, the next number will correlate to how long you're pausing or lack thereof on the bench, and then that third number will correlate with how quickly or slowly you're pressing the bar up. And then sometimes you add in another number of how long you're actually holding the bar at the top, and sometimes I'll play around with that variation as well. As those who might have watched our videos in the past, I have done videos on 3-second top holds too. So tempo benching, the tempo I like to use mostly with our athletes is a 5-1-0. Okay, a 5 centric phase, so 5 seconds coming down with the bar, 1 second pause on the chest, and then a 0 means an explosive press up to completion with the barbell here. Okay, why I do it that way is, first off, explosive press, because I never want to ever train someone to press slowly. I always want them to recruit everything they have and explode into every single rep, even the warm-up reps. That's a big training philosophy of mine. I want everyone to attack each press with 100% intent and effort. All right, 1 second pause on the chest, because I'm always big on pausing everything we do. I believe it's a big training variation we want to get down. All right, we want to make sure, because we're going to do that to meet, that we're practicing that every single time. It's just part of the movement itself. And then 5 second downwards phase, why that's so awesome is for a few things. In the off season, okay, it's going to help you build muscle, because the eccentric portion is actually when you're getting the most muscle breakdown. We're going to spend more time there. It's going to become more time under tension, more muscle breakdown. In turn, we have a chance for more muscle growth. So it's really good to throw in early on in the training program. And that's typically when I'll put most tempo stuff in, either if I'm helping a newer athlete and I just need them to slow down the movement, or we're doing off-season training. I want to do more time under tension for more muscle growth. All right, it's great for correcting bad movement patterns, because if you move slower, you can control where you are relative to the bar. So if you're used to benching up high here, flared out, or you're doing something that's out of whack, slow this movement down. Don't rush it, and just focus on where you are in relation to the bar. It's great, like I said, for beginners, learning how to press for the first time and grading that path. Typically what I have to do with a newer lifter is be like, okay, let's slow it down a little bit, take your time getting down there, and then therefore we'll do something like tempo benching. Okay, it's also great for improving control. So not only is it more time under tension just for the muscle breakdown component, but also for holding position. So if you got the concept of keeping your upper back tight and using your leg drive, and you've seen all our videos on all that stuff, you know how hard it can be and how exhausting it can be just to hold your position on the bench, right? It can be terribly exhausting. Well, now you're going to be doing it for a longer period of time. More time under tension just for you maintaining those positions. So those muscle groups that aren't actually doing the pressing necessarily, like your upper back, when you're just trying to lock your scaps down, you're just holding that position now. You're holding it for a longer period of time. Therefore, you're going to have more endurance with those muscle groups, and that's going to help build it up. So tempo benching is great for all those things. Like I said, I'll use it mostly within the beginning phase of a training program, but when it applies, we will work it into regular training as well. Where I can see that applying is when I need to, especially on a deadlift or something, when I need to slow someone down in the movement just to correct the patterns. Same with the bench, if we're going to be going through multiple reps of this, slowing them down, working on that control. That's something they need to work on. This is where that fills that gap. So tempo benching, awesome variation. Give it a try in your training, especially if you need to improve any of those things that we mentioned. Coach Ben here. Make sure you go down below. Check out those links in the bio. and I'll see you next video on the bench.